Welcome to Miss Hood's
Retired
School Bus Life. Transportation Procedures and Training Manual. Chapter 2, Perceptive Driving Techniques.
Listen to this. Accidents are caused by poor visual habits, poor judgment, fatigue, and distraction.
Oh my goodness.
Mental alertness is a must. I bet you didn't know that.
Accidents are rarely caused by equipment failure. Accidents are caused by poor visual habits, poor judgment, fatigue, and distraction.
Distraction. Distraction. Distraction is one of the 4 reasons for accidents. And what is your greatest distraction?
Flossie, what in the world are you doing?
I thought it was very interesting that in the training manual, the only distractions they talked about were the ones in front of you. And we all know that our biggest distraction is behind us. But I don't think there were any school bus drivers in the group that wrote the training manual. I think these things are really, really important. Traveling distance is 4 seconds if you're going over 40 miles an hour.
If driving conditions are unsatisfactory, you need a following distance greater than 4 seconds.
The biggest problem I have with keeping a good traveling distance is when the highway's crowded, you're trying to keep your distance, and everybody pulls in front of you. I feel like that it won't be long until I actually have to put the thing in reverse and back up, because the traffic will not stop filling in my distance area. Now, what I would do on my bus when I was following traffic, I would watch those divided lines. And I knew when the back wheel of the vehicle in front of me hit that divided line, I should be able to count for 5 seconds and see if I was following the proper distance. I'm looking at that truck's back tire, and I pick one of the white lines. As he passes it, I start counting. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi.
For speeds over 40 miles per hour, you will need a 5-second following distance.
If the weather conditions are not good, your traveling distance should be 5 seconds over 40 miles per hour.
Look ahead should be 12 to 15 seconds. At lower speeds, this is about 1 block. At highway speeds, this is about 1/4 of a mile.
1/4 of a mile is a pretty good distance, but when you're going 70 miles per hour, which is the speed limit on this road, you can travel 1/4 mile in a very short time.
Keep your eyes moving up and down, left and right, checking mirrors at least every 5 seconds. to identify potential problems before they become critical.
I always watched my mirrors from left to right. Driver's mirror, crossover mirror, kids mirror, crossover mirror, driver's mirror at the door. I was always watching the traffic for any kind of indication of sudden movement. I was always watching the kids for any indication of problems. I was always watching.
These mirrors. Use all communicative devices properly.
This is so true. I am always screaming about communication.
And signal 100 feet in advance of any maneuver.
So you're thinking, what is 100 feet? Well, a bus is 40. So it's a little less than 3 buses together. So think of that when you're riding down the road. That is your distance of 100 feet. The way vehicles communicate with each other is through their turn signals, their flashers. For us, it's the big reds, it's the big yellows. Moving a 40-foot school bus from lane to lane is a lot different from moving your car from lane to lane. You have to understand you're taking up 40 feet of space when you move over into that next lane. So you need to give the traffic a well enough warning that you are coming over into that lane. Make sure you check all your mirrors before you move your bus. If switching lanes, you need to put that turn signal on that you're switching lanes 100 feet before you make that move. And if I were in my big yellow bus, I would be traveling in the other lane. So we want to put that turn signal on 100 feet before we switch lanes. Give those other drivers plenty of time to know that we're switching lanes.
When proceeding from a stop position, wait a few seconds before placing your vehicle in motion.
There is a white line at the red light. And at these stop lights, if you get right up to the white line where your bumper barely touches the white line, it will trigger the light. It will let the light know you're waiting to go. A lot of times in these kind of intersections, they rotate the traffic based on what traffic is in what lane.
Stop where you can see the vehicle's back tires and the pavement below.
When you bring your bus to a stop, traffic light, traffic sign, make sure you can always see the tires of the car in front of you. If you cannot, and that car breaks down in front of you, then you are trapped. In my 8 years of driving a school bus, the majority of accidents I saw were cars running into the school bus. Now, I really do believe that the biggest reason is this.
Your knowledge, skill, personal health, and attitude all contribute to your being a professional driver.
Most experienced drivers have really good judgment and really good intuition about how the traffic's moving and how to manage it's just another day in Miss Hood's retired school bus life. Be safe, everybody.